Hello everybody and welcome back to Kerbal Space Program, where we are here on our penultimate trip to the moon. I definitely forgot that you can extend and retract the Rovemax rover wheels. This is something you can do. They're currently in a state of retraction. So we're going to definitely grab all of our science here. That's step one, of course. So all of this we can grab. Funnily enough, we can grab the surface sample here because of Bill and his shenaniganery. So we're definitely going to collect all of this data. Now, which mystery goo did we get that from? We got that from here. Okay. So we're going to have Bob EVA, and Bob is going to head on over this direction. Now, with the SAS off, this thing actually slides downhill a little bit. With it on, it doesn't. We're going to restore the mystery goo containment unit and the radial science junior, and we're going to observe the mystery goo and conduct our materials study. Excellent. We'll collect all of this data and restore, and collect data and restore. We'll grab another surface sample as well, as long as we're out here. Perfect. And we will conduct our materials study and observe our mystery goo. Now, we're not running any of the science experiments on the rover just yet. So we're going to head on back here. Bob is going to hop on in. That went kind of okay, I guess. We're going to grab here, and we're going to board. There, that works, I guess. So we're sliding again for a little bit, but yeah, this settles, and we're all good. So now we need to get our rover deployed. I've already, off camera, gone through and checked. So if we extend these wheels out, I've gone through and checked that they are all turning the same directions and that they're all rotating the same directions, which our brakes are currently on. And as we can see here, these ones, they're rotating in opposite directions. So this is currently rotating this way. So that is rotating counterclockwise. And then up here, it's rotating counterclockwise. They definitely appear to be rotating opposite directions. Okay, let's do that. Now they're rotating the same way. Okay, brakes on. Beautiful. So that looks correct. We need to deploy our rover. For the time being, we're going to retract our rover wheels. There we go. And we can extend out our hydraulic cylinder. Now, this is going to create some weight issues. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to have Bill leave this seat. So Bill is hopping down to the ground, and we want him to not be on the rover when we initially deploy it, because we don't want him to accidentally get squished or something. So now we're going to extend out our hydraulic cylinder here, which is definitely going to change our center of mass a little bit. And then we're going to just drop the rover. Get out of here, X-Science window. There we go. So we're going to drop this rover just like that. Rover falls down. Beautiful. And hopefully it will settle soon. That's the idea anyway. And are we settling? No, we're still rolling. Okay. Let's extend out our wheels here. And let's extend out these wheels as well. Brakes on. Okay. So it looks like in order to have this stop rolling, we need to have our brakes on. Got it. I thought that we had put on a reaction wheel on this, but apparently not. So Bill, you're going to have to go and make sure that the rover is, of course, facing the right direction, and you'll drive it back to the craft as long as we're here. So that'll be fine. Okay. So we'll position here, and let's shove this thing on over. Okay, get up. There you go. And let's get some power going here. Wow, we're having a much harder time flipping this over. It's probably because we're trying to do it uphill, is my guess. But are we good? Nope. Get over here. Ah! Okay. Over you go. There we go. Maybe. We good? We're good. Did we... Ow. I didn't expect to actually be off the ground there, but that's fine. Did we break anything? No. Okay, phenomenal. So we're going to board this experimental seat, and we're going to control from here. Phenomenal. And off we go. Just checking to see how this goes. Seems to work pretty well, all things considered. Yeah, this is pretty controllable. Fantastic. Now, the brakes are probably a bit of an issue. No, that seems okay. We definitely have a little bit too much power in this thing. So do we need to increase or decrease the traction control to fix that? Let's take it up to 5 and we'll see what that actually does. That looks about correct. We had too much power because we were rearing upwards. And this thing's going to kind of drift around. No doubt about that. Okay, Bill. This is looking good. So now we're just going to park it right here. Wonderful. Bob needs to get out. And Bob is going to hop on down. We should probably reset the hydraulic cylinder here. There we go. Oh, one thing I wanted to point out that I did is I moved fuel in these tanks into just 2 of them. And we could, in theory, strap those on here to offset some of this mass and use that fuel, since we have an engineer here. So that's a possibility, but we do need to get our base set up. So Bill, why don't you hop on out of here? Because we have an engineer here, we should have our engineer be... I want you to leave this seat. There you go. Because we have an engineer here, we should probably have our engineer be the one to set up a bunch of this. So we want our engineer to be the one to set up this for sure. We're going to deposit this here. We'll keep the parachute for the moment. And we're not going to set this up very far away at all. It'll be right over here. So we're just going to get this set up as quickly as possible. So here's our second power unit. There we go. Really, really close here would be the ideal. So we'll need another power unit. That's number 3 out of 5. There we go. Communications is fine to be set up by an engineer. I don't think it matters who sets up a communications device. Okay, and then we would grab another power panel. We'll put that over... Sure, that seems fine. We'll put that over here. And one more. Final power panel. Excellent. Right there looks good. So next, of course, we have all of this stuff. We'll have Bob set that up since he's the scientist. And that'll be fine. So we are going to... Well, we're going to have to take these out of here for now. We'll store them here. Perfect. And we'll grab our science experiments. Not that we're expecting to get too much out of this, but let's put our passive seismometer here. Wonderful. And let's grab our Guab ED monitor. There we go. And we're going to just put that down, say, here. That should be good. And finally, we're going to grab our experiment control unit. Do we have anything else that we need to put in here? Well, lights. But nope, otherwise that's it. Beautiful. So we're going to hop on over this direction. I want to be deploying this, of course, and we'll deploy it right there. Looks good. Cool. So there's Bob's work here done. Bob is now going to go and reclaim his equipment. So we're going to grab the parachute and the EVA pack. And then Bob can hop on into the rover. Fantastic. Jeb, you can come on out and, like, go take a walk or something. We don't actually need you until takeoff. Your work here is actually done. Actually, hang on. Are we sliding? No, we're not sliding. Okay, so Jeb can take a walk here. He can admire the handiwork, whatever he wants to do. That's all fine. So Bill hasn't yet put up a flag. So we're just going to plant a flag here. Perfect. Because this is, of course, Bill's first time on the moon. So that's absolutely wonderful. And this is, of course, going to be the Bill base. No one gave him permission to call this Bill base, but I guess this is Bill base now. Congrats, Bill. So we're going to hop on up, and Bill is going to be the other one that takes this ride here. So we can board this, and they're ready to head off, but I actually want to have Jeb set up... Where are we? There we go. I want to have Jeb set up these lights quick. Oh, this is mildly awkward. Okay, we'll do that. I guess that's fine. So light number 1, we're going to set this up, and that's going to be about here. Perfect. And then light number 2. Hopefully this one doesn't disappear on us. That'll do. Oh, it tipped over. Let's try that again. Light number 2. Nope, that's a flag. Okay, let's get rid of this flag. Okay, take that down. And this light is kind of hovering now, but I guess that's okay. So, oh, we actually haven't placed it. That's why. Okay, let's cancel that, and let's try this again. Yeah, it really wants to tip over there. Okay, so we'll have to try a slightly different location. Maybe over here? What do we got? Yeah, it doesn't tip over there. Perfect. So we'll turn that on. It's got that solar panel on it, so we don't need to power it. And then we'll get this one turned on as well. And there we go. We've got the area relatively lit. So these guys are ready to head off on their rover-powered adventure. Where are we? Oh, hello. Bill and Bob. There we go. So we're just going to dip on up here. Let's go. It appears to want to pull off to the left a little bit, but that's probably fine. As long as our traction control is up high enough, I think we'll be okay. And this is probably going to be a wee bit of a journey, isn't it? Well, that's okay. We're going uphill here. It'll be a lot faster downhill, that's for sure. It's not pulling off to the side anymore, so that's intriguing. And we are accelerating just a wee bit. We just want to dip out of the crater here and make our way up to another biome. Now, I want to keep in mind, do we have anywhere to store a second Mystery Goo containment unit reading? Actually, yes, we do. We can store one in our experiment storage unit that is on the capsule back here. And we can store... Oh, we should probably turn on our headlights. Cool. There we go. And we should probably also extend our solar panels. I'm only going to do one, because it might break on us. This thing's kind of big, actually. It might hit the ground at some point. So we're only going to do the one solar panel here, just in case. But, yeah, that should be fine. Maybe we should have made them retractable and just recharge it when we're not moving. That might have been a smarter way to do it. Regardless, it's fine. We can always go back with our flight unit if necessary. But that shouldn't be necessary. Now, as I was saying, we can store one of these in the experiment storage module on the unit. But we can also store one in the ascent module on the unit. So that'll be absolutely fine. We just need to make our way out of this crater. Our moon science is probably going to be a full episode with this rover, isn't it? Probably at this point. Yeah, this is definitely, this photovoltaic panel, it's a bit of an issue. We should definitely address that in future. No doubt about that one. Also, our amount of battery is kind of low, but it should be fine. So we've already received some surface deployed Mystery Goo observation, but that's probably from one of our other locations, if I had to guess. But yeah, this very much wants to run into the ground if we run into some uneven terrain. And that's why we're not extending the other one. Yeah, we're going to want to rework this, for sure. We're almost out of the crater at this point, and let's just slowly turn our way over this direction. Wonderful. 4.2 meters per second isn't a lot of speed, but we're going to have a lot of speed on the way down. We're going to be coasting pretty much the whole way, right? So that's fine. We can see our landing site out over there, about 600 meters away, and that seems absolutely fine. We'll be up out of this crater quite soon. Pulling off to the left here. Let's just correct that. That's possibly just due to the lay of the land here. Or to the fact that it wants to go back downhill. Hello, floating rock. Couple of floating rocks. I like it. So, where are we? We need to think about our path here. Up this way, perhaps? This looks pretty craggy up this direction. It does indeed. We don't really want to go down into the crater over there. We could just make our way up over here. That might be our best bet. If we can get up this hill. Let's get over to this less steep portion. There we go. And hopefully we can make it up this hill. We're still in the East Far Side Crater at this moment. We would like to get out of the East Far Side Crater and make our way into another area. That would be ideal. Yeah, we can clip right through that rock. That's phenomenal. So where's our landing site? There? Okay, we can probably take a more direct route back there. So that's fine. For the time being, I would like to kind of switch back our way up this. Yeah, we're definitely a bit slowed here. But I think we're almost out of the crater. In theory. This definitely doesn't look like additional crater, I don't think. 3 meters per second is a bit on the slow side, for sure. But I mean, it's uphill. This isn't shocking. Now, our magnetometer is not actually going to get us any readings here. That's completely okay. We're actually maintaining a relatively decent speed up this. I expected this to be substantially slower. Okay. Looks good. Yeah, now we're accelerating again. So we're definitely able to make it up this. Beautiful. I was a little concerned about that, to be honest. And hopefully this is out of the crater. That does look out of the crater to me. Phenomenal. That is quite a lot of zoom that we can do. I'm not going to lie. That's a lot. Oh, we're going like 6 meters per second. We should probably pay attention. So this is still considered the East Far Side Crater here. I think we need to just kind of drift our way on over this way. We're not trying to accelerate at all right now. We're just rolling on through. And hopefully we'll be out of the East Far Side Crater soon. Oh. This is this crater, not this crater. Okay, never mind. I don't know that we're going to make it all the way over there. Well, we could, but it would be a long process. No doubt about that. Okay, guys, let's turn the brakes on. Ooh, yep, that was what we were concerned about right there. That was what we were concerned about with the solar panels. Okay, so our Kerbals are fine. Kerbals bounce. They're completely okay. And we're just a little too far away from the biome border, I think. I don't want to do all of that. So this is all just a test of the rover system, right? And broadly, I would say that it works. We would like a way to flip the rover. That would be nice. A way to flip the rover that doesn't require Kerbal intervention would be very, very nice. No doubt about that. So let's get this thing flipped on over. Bob is on the job. You can do it, Bob. You can do it. I don't think we're quite good. No. We need to keep pushing. Keep a-pushing. There we go. So we know that the solar panel issue is an issue, right? That's definitely an issue. We can repair that when we get back, but we'll call that an abort at this point on our... Why are we switching all the way back to here? I want to switch to this Kerbal. Bill. There we go. Hopefully nothing's going to break. Cannot deploy part as it's not on the surface of a planet. Okay, so we have a potential physics issue over there. We'll take a look at that when we get back. So we are going to board this external command seat, and we're now going to start heading back. We're about 1 kilometer away. This should be a bit quicker of a journey at this point. And we'll extend our backup solar panel now. But yeah, I'm very unsurprised that we ended up breaking this solar panel. That's deeply, deeply unsurprising. Yeah, all of these cannot deploy parts. We're going to have to check to make sure that those are properly deployed when we get back. that's okay. We're only about 1 kilometer away now. We've made it about 100 meters. And we're actually cruising pretty good here. 7 meters per second. Wow. Okay. And we do have repair kits, so we can definitely repair this when we get back. But I would certainly like to do something about our power situation on this rover. And obviously, we're just a little too far away. We could make it out of this biome, but we're a little too far away from the biome transition to actually do our mission there. So, we got some air there. No doubt about that. Brakes are on. Okay, this is going to be awkward. Whoa! That's not how physics works. I wonder if this thing will survive. So this is obviously not... We didn't have enough energy for this, right? This is clearly a physics bug. But it's fine. We don't actually have any data in here. So we'll consider that part of the test. Wow. We're actually kind of okay. I'm surprised this thing has held up this well, to be honest. I'm kind of surprised it didn't blow up from being dropped off of the ship, but this is ridiculous. So, we did lose a wheel, and we'll see where our Kerbals are. But we did lose a wheel, but this seems completely fine. Do we land upright? That's the question now. This is a good stress test for this vehicle, no doubt about that. We're still rolling towards our destination. We lost our Kerbals, but they're fine. They can make it back here on their own. This thing is still rolling. Looks like we naturally want to be flipped over on this side, and I think that's just due to center of mass, right? So at this point, we're going to send Bob on over. Over you go, Bob. That was an interesting stress test, though. No doubt about that. That rover is durable. So Bob is heading back over this direction. Just in one big leap. Cool. We're going to need to do some adjustment here, of course. Okay. All looking good. Excellent. We just need Bob to come on down here. Down you come, Bob. Fantastic. So there's Bob landing back safe and sound. Honestly, all of these look fine, so I don't think we have a problem there. So next up is going to be Bill on his way back. Now, Bill's going to test our repair process. Oh. Bill doesn't have his RCS. Okay. I guess we're going to roll down this hill. That's honestly probably the fastest way for us to get there, is to just roll. Alternatively, we could get up, and we could quick save here in case there's weird physics issues, and we can just physics warp our way through. But it resets every time we land. Okay, that's really awkward. This is going to take a bit. I'll see you guys in just a moment. Okay, well, that definitely took a little bit, but here we are back, and we are going to definitely grab our EVA pack. We'll leave our parachute behind because we need to grab some of these EVA repair kits. So we're going to grab 1, 2, 3, and 4 of them. We only technically need 3. Wait a sec. Who doesn't have their EVA pack? Oh, it's probably Jeb. It's probably Jeb. Yeah, okay. So that's fine. Now, Bill needs to, using his EVA pack, now that he actually has it, make his way back over to the rover. Excellent. And we're just going to head on over here. We'll need to get the rover flipped back, and we'll need to get it repaired. Cool. So let's get this thing flipped. There we go. Just need to push it over a little bit more. There we go. This looks good. And we're going to repair the bits that are broken. So we're going to repair the Rovemax M1F rover wheel. None of the other wheels actually broke, which is kind of shocking. The only thing that broke from that tumble was solar panels and a wheel. So that's great. We're going to repair our photovoltaic panels and our other photovoltaic panel, and everything's good. Now, to be clear, we're going to replace these photovoltaic panels. There's no doubt about that. So for right now, we're going to board, and we're going to turn our brakes off. Let's get this thing turned on around. Okay, and let's just drive it right on back to our destination. How are we doing for power? Okay, once we get stopped there, I think that we will, at that point, get our power going. Cool. Sliding a bit here, but it's all good. This is fine. So the rover definitely works. But we do want to adjust our power system. No doubt about that. Okay, I'm going to turn our brakes on here. The brakes may be a little too... well, no, the brakes aren't really too aggressive, though. It's counteracting this turn that gets us into trouble. But as long as we're careful about it, it's absolutely fine. We appear to have drifted into the Bill base, but sure. Brakes on, and we'll come to a halt. Perfect. So there's the rover recovered. Now we could grab whatever science we were going to and put it up in here, right? But we don't actually have any science to grab here because we landed a lot further from the edge of this crater than I thought we did. For some reason, I was thinking that this crater was this crater, and that's absolutely not the case. We're so far away from the east far side crater wall. So we'll be more careful with that on the next and final Apollo flight. So that'll be good. We'll make proper use of the rover at that time. So now we can leave this seat. And Bill's work here is done. There's nothing more for Bill to do except we're going to position right over here. There we go. We're going to position right over here. And we are going to go into this mode. Now, I don't actually know which of these have the fuel. Okay, let's hop over to Jeb. Where are you at, Jeb? There you are. Okay, so Jeb is going to grab his EVA kit and his parachute. There you go, Jeb. And Jeb is going to climb back in. We'll make sure our pilot is aboard. These guys are definitely cowboying. There's no doubt about that. But we'll do that for the moment. And then I want to hop back over here. This one's empty. This one's full. This one's partially full. Okay. So it's these two. So back to Bill. We're going to graft. Right. We need to remove this first. And for now, we'll put this like there. And I'm going to mount this tank here. We'll just move this guy down here for the moment. And grab this. Run the fuel in. Grab this tank. Placing it... I'd like to put it up here. That's not currently an option due to this magnetometer. Okay. So we'll do something like that. Maybe down a smidge. Yeah, about there. Cool. And we'll flow that fuel in. And hopefully that will offset the mass over here a decent amount. Okay, so there's Bill done here. Okay, Bill jumped up and hit his head on that fuel tank. But we can definitely recover that fuel that way. And we can bring some of, or actually we can bring all of the remaining lander fuel back with us by just completely restructuring it like this. So then we can board. And now the only one left is Bob. Make sure that you turn off the lights on the rover, Bob. There you go. 1 off and 2 off. Let's extend the solar panel just so that it has charge. Okay, we'll leave the rover here and let's climb aboard. As I said, though, the return trip is going to have to be in another episode, and we'll do the changes to the rover in that episode as well. Okay, but that was a relatively successful test run. Cannot board a full module. Right. I'm dumb. So what do we have to do about this? Well, Bob is going to hop on down, and then Ragdoll. And we're going to have... Oh, hello. We're going to have Bill EVA again. Bill, you're not done. Get out here. So Bill is going to need to go grab one of these command seats, right? Because this is not intended for 3 Kerbals. We're intended to only have 2, and they're absolutely cowboying this. So we're going to grab this EVA seat, and we're going to move it off over here for ease of access. And we're going to ragdoll ourselves. Yeah, I definitely went the wrong way there. That's fine. All according to plan. And then Bill is going to put himself, like, right over here. So, in the EVA construction mode, we're going to grab this seat and putting it... I mean, we could just put it here. I'm sure that'll be fine. Okay. So, Bill is going to be riding the external seat, and I'm sure we'll feel very, very, very safe here. There we go. Can we undock that? I don't know if we can. That'd be kind of weird if we could. They could just jettison Bob. Or rather, Bill. They could jettison Bill. I mean, that might be worth doing, to be honest. You never can tell with Bills. We can extend Bill, for sure. So, let's see here. No, we can't undock that. But we can definitely be like, you go sit over here, Bill. Perfect. All according to plan. Excellent. So we're ready to head back, but that's definitely a next episode sort of thing. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including ALS Gamer, Shadow Wolf, Andy McGar, Spartan News, Nick Smarty, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, Soccerman12 UK, Kitogan, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time. We're kind of sliding a little bit. You might be able to hear it.